Super Mario Galaxy was by all means revolutionary to the video game industry with its experimental mechanics and with the overall level design of the game. But I feel like the older and older it gets, the less people will remember this game. Games like Super Mario Bros. And Super Mario 64 still have passionate audiences, especially in the speedrunning spaces, but I feel like many of the 2000s Mario games like Mario Sunshine and Mario Galaxy don't get that same level of recognition, so I just want to take some time to recognize one of the greatest games Nintendo has ever made, in my opinion, Super Mario Galaxy. But before we do that, I have to talk about lens analysis, specifically these two. For those who don't know, lens analysis is basically taking the overall idea of the text and then interpreting it in some sort of way. The cultural lens is taking the idea of the text and putting it into the context of the culture. What impacts did the world and people have on the text itself? Did the text affect the culture of the world in any particular way? Did Super Mario Galaxy make people think they could live on spaceships, which led to them not paying their mortgage, causing the 2008 housing crisis? Probably not, but if I could back that statement up, it would be a good example of a cultural lens. The new criticism lens, on the other hand, takes the idea of the text and uses it to understand the text. You look at the story in the text and you interpret it with only the context of the text. There are no outside sources needed. You do not need to look at the text as some sort of representation of the socioeconomic struggles of the working class Goombas under Bowser's regime. You just see them as Goombas, because that's what they are in the context of the story. So how are these lenses used in Mario Galaxy? Mario, in general, has had a massive impact on pop culture. You could go to any electronics store, and I can bet you there will be some poster with Mario on it. They've made movies about Mario, books about Mario, they have Mario cereal, Mario Hot Wheels, whatever this is, but that's just Mario. How does Mario Galaxy affect the culture around us? Mario Galaxy was the 3D Mario game for the biggest console Nintendo has ever sold and has introduced many people to the Mario brand, but that's not the only cultural effect Galaxy has had. Mario Galaxy has showcased what you could do with the Wii. All of the spinning, pointing, and shooting shows what the Wiimote can do and how to use it. And most of all, that you can make a 3D platformer for the Wii. Games like Sonic Colors, Spider-Man 3, Lego Star Wars all had imports to the Wii, partially because of Mario Galaxy. Basically, what I'm trying to say is that Mario Galaxy made people realize that the Wii is not just a gimmick, but a fully fledged console with real immersive games, which is what made the Wii so impactful in the childhood of many kids my age. So now that we know what Mario Galaxy's impact is on video gaming culture with its innovative mechanics, we can finally get to the story of Mario Galaxy. The story of Mario Galaxy is pretty basic, but very fleshed out for a Mario game. Princess Peach gets kidnapped by Bowser during a festival, and Mario has to do missions to find Power Stars in order to fix Rosalina's spaceship, in order to stop Bowser from taking over the galaxy and rescuing Princess Peach in the process. You also have some people to help you. You rescue Toad on an early mission, and he helps you with more missions to come. You also save Luigi's in a Luigi's Mansion themed level, and he goes around looking for stars in previous levels. And as stated before, Rosalina gives you her whole spaceship so you can defeat Bowser and rescue Peach. And finally, you have the Lumas. I'm not going to go into too much detail because there are a lot of them. Just know that they're very helpful and cute and can turn into planets. Anyways, what I'm trying to get at is that although the story isn't the most complex, the way that it is told is just incredible. Each world has a different being tormented by Bowser and his minions. The later on you get, the levels get more chaotic. You are seeing the universe collapse because of Bowser. You get glimpses of Bowser and Bowser Jr. egging you on at the end of each galaxy, keeping the tension between the player and the antagonist. And it's not just Bowser. During the midpoint of the game, you unlock the library where Rosalina tells you about her past, and why she is connected to all of these Lumas, and why they mean so much to her. And all of that builds up to this one grand finale, where you take on a turtle who has destroyed the entire universe on the basis of greed. That's not even the good part. Once you finally defeat Bowser, the universe collapses on itself, but Rosalina basically saves everyone and creates a whole new universe for everyone to live in. I do not think it is a stretch to claim that Rosalina is canonically a god, or I guess goddess. The ending of this game is just so bizarre and so out there, which is what makes it so amazing. I know that many people are pretty skeptical of mainly mainstream video game series for being too formulaic and too much like one another, and I know many people see Mario games as sort of childish, but I think if you just spend some time playing these games, you realize the passion that the developers put behind every level. Super Mario Galaxy is not a perfect game. There are many wonky camera angles you can't fix, the controls are a bit janky at times, but the reason I like this game so much is that it's not afraid to try something. I cannot begin to emphasize the amount of mechanics this game has. They all get used in different and unique ways. They introduce mechanics in the final boss level. New ones. That is how much they use them. The level of creativity with the story and the gameplay is why this game is so influential and why I think it's important to bring it up again. It shows what a good game can look like. Personally, I'd give it a 9 out of 10. My Google document is about to pass 5 pages, so I should really wrap this up, but I couldn't not bring up the music of this game. It's such an incredible soundtrack. Every song fits with every level and becomes much grander as the game goes on. This can be seen on the spaceship and how it changes in the beginning when it's not powered up, to when you are able to actually power up the spaceship and the music completely transforms into this whole orchestral piece. If you play this game for any reason, play it for the music.